The dead dragon glared at Hattie from empty eye sockets. As she gripped her dust rag, the ladder wobbled alarmingly under her feet. She reached into the bony mouth between a sea of teeth and wiped the spiderwebs away. The skull hung over the lobby of the Hotel Majestica, following the guests with its eerie gaze. It was so large she could have climbed inside with room to spare. Hattie threw a hasty glance at its fangs. It's been dead 100 years. It can't bite you. Still, she dusted a little faster than usual. Snatching her arm from the dragon's mouth, she announced, "Done!" Mrs. Galliforma, the hotel's head housekeeper, squinted up at the skull. She was a stout woman with a brown complexion, and her hair was drawn into a no-nonsense bun. Hundreds of brass keys dangled from her waist. You always knew Mrs. G was on her way because of the jingling. The housekeeper studied the dragon's skull critically. "Very good." Hattie stepped down the ladder, hiding her smile. Mrs. G never complimented anybody. She must be in a good mood today. "I always feel like it's going to come alive and grab me." She wiped her hands on her apron. "I don't see why we can't just use magic to dust it." "Magic," Mrs. G said sternly, "is no substitute for good old-fashioned elbow grease. And none of the other girls are small enough to fit in his mouth." Hattie was used to odd jobs. Feed the pixies, polish the wine glasses, run this down to the lobby, will you? There was always something to do at the hotel. But Mrs. G wouldn't let her become a real maid until she was 15. Hattie dreamed of the day she would finally put on that black dress and ruffled apron. She wanted to giggle in the maids' dormitory at night and line up for uniform inspection in the morning. To be part of something. But 13 was all about being stuck in between. Mrs. G noticed her sulky look. "Don't pout, my dear." She tucked a flyaway piece of hair behind Hattie's ear. "We all must do our part. Our guests are here to see the rarest magical creatures in the world, not a dusty lobby." "But I do want to do my part," Hattie said eagerly. "Look how good I am at dusting. Maybe I could help Maud on the 3rd floor?" 16-year-old Maud was the youngest chambermaid. They were both orphans, but unlike Hattie, Maud thought it was glamorous. "Haven't the foggiest idea who my parents were," she'd say, sweeping her feather duster dramatically. "I could be anyone, you know, even a princess." Hattie usually stayed silent. There was no point in pretending she was anyone special. Both her parents had worked at Majestica, but she didn't mind. The hotel was the most magical place in the world. Who would want to be anywhere else? Mrs. G touched her cheek. "Maybe next year, my dear." Hattie bit her lip to keep a sigh from escaping. Well, it had been worth a try. Mrs. G's voice turned brisk. "Now, go fetch the dirty tablecloths down to the laundry. Lickety-split." With a wave of her hand, the ladder's legs snapped together and it whooshed into a closet. As Hattie scuttled out of the lobby, she couldn't help looking back at the dragon's skull. Dusting it always made her feel a strange whisper of regret. Once it had been the king of the skies. Now it was nothing but a gruesome curiosity for the hotel guests to take photographs with. Dragons were rare in the world these days. Even Majestica only had one. She saluted it respectfully. "Till next time, sir."